this episode of Eurotrip, we'll be guiding you through our trip to Venice, one of the most beautiful cities in the world. There'll also be some important backpacking tips on train reservations and how to travel on a budget. Travelling around Venice, around the island, ready to explore. Yesterday we had a 13-hour train journey. We went from the Czech Republic to Venice, so basically we went straight the way through Austria, which wasn't that bad actually, surprisingly. It's alright, but the air conditioning broke, so it was really, really hot.
Do we have any plans today?
Not really, just going around exploring. There are a few galleries that a few of us would like to see. Definitely get some pizza and ice cream. But apart from that, just take it as it comes, I think. Venice is made of 118 small islands, so we first found ourselves confused as to where the main sites were. The main tourist island is the historic island of Venice, where Venice St. Lucia train station is located. As it is cheaper to stay in a hotel on the mainland, we got to the train to Venice Mestra station and took a vaporetto, or water bus, from the port to get to the island. The number 1 water bus takes you on a scenic journey down the Grand Canal to get from one side of the island to the other.
Hi.
We're drinking wine from a carton. I didn't because it's still on. This is white wine.
Tavernari.
Cavernari.
Would you say these were part of the downs of a backpacking experience?
No, these are part of the ups.
Having to drink wine.
This is part of the celebration for it being our last night.
Yeah, it's
Me and Julia's
fine.
last night.
So what do you think of this hotel?
I love it.
What features do we have here that we didn't before?
a bed.
Wallpaper that you can sleep on.
Yeah, it's like a carpet. Feel it.
Medieval style lighting
which
fixture.
is quite scary because it keeps moving.
As there are no hostels in Venice, we had to look for an apartment or hotel instead. We found the Hotel Villadori, a designer hotel with their cheapest rooms costing between 22 and 33 euros a night, depending on the number of people. The room came with an ensuite bathroom and a TV, and you could buy a breakfast buffet for 7 euros. Another great thing about this hotel was the shuttle service that went to and from the airport's train stations and the port of Venice to get to the main island. For the best prices, book this hotel using hostelworld.com or hostelbookers.com.
We went to San Marco. We trekked around a bit. We went and reserved our tickets to Milan, and then me and Julia have to try and navigate our way back to England,
Without
which
a train.
won't happen because there's no tickets left on a train.
On the train.
Any train. Put on your mask.
Oh,
Here, I've got it here.
thank you. I have to sit in the front with a scary little boy to the singing.
Miranda and Julia bought these. Wow.
It was about 10 euros.
I want it.
I have my phone.
I want it.
And of course, we couldn't have visited Venice without taking a gondola ride. Most of the gondola rides start from behind San Marco Square, but cost around 80 euros for up to 7 people. After 7 p.m, this rate goes up to 100 euros, but if you're brave enough, you can haggle for a cheaper price. Another part of the island that we visited was the Rialto food markets, where they sold fresh fruit and vegetables.
A little bitty wait, girls.
We found when we were visiting tourist cities in Italy, such as Venice and Milan, that it was easy to overspend. Food and drink especially can be very expensive, and so it's important to check prices carefully, especially when ordering at outdoor cafes. If there are no prices on the table, it is most likely to be quite expensive, and you may end up paying about £4 for a glass of Coke. You might also find it easier to prevent overspending by setting yourself a daily budget, otherwise it won't be very fun at the end of your trip when you can't afford to eat. If you can't speak the language of the countries you are visiting, it is useful to bring a small phrasebook or write down some key phrases before you leave. These might help you when asking for directions. We found they were especially useful in Italy, where not many people speak English. Even with an Interrail pass, you are not guaranteed a seat on the high-speed trains such as the TGV, Thalys or AVE services. When you arrive in each country, try and book as many seat reservations as you can to ensure you get on the trains that you want. Reservations can cost between €4 to €25, with Italy's trains being the most expensive. Night train reservations will also be quite expensive. Reservations aren't required on local, regional or interregional services unless you're travelling at peak time. Overall, we rate Venice 4 out of 5 for its unique architecture and atmosphere. We'd recommend that you spend more than a day there, although the downside was its expensive tourist rate prices.